Let the womb goddess, let her create primeval man, so that they may bear the yoke, so that they may bear the yoke, the work of Enlil. Oh, we're talking about turning people into slaves now. Now we're getting into real slavery. Now we understand the real full objective here is, okay, we were kind of treating y'all like slaves. We didn't listen. My bad. Now we're going to go ahead and take these people on this planet, turn them into our slaves now, let them do the work of Enlil. Because Enlil was building big cities. He had this big master plan on the previous tablet where he's showing his sister, Ninurta, that he had a plan he was going to put on this earth for all time. He said, this plan is for all time. From this point forward, everything on this earth will be built based on my blueprint. And guess what? It still is till this very day. To this very day, his blueprint of building cities and structures and communities and all that is still on this planet today, after all these tens of thousands of years, right? He says, so that they may bear the yoke, so that they may bear the yoke, the work of Enlil. Let man bear the load of the gods. Let man bear the load of the gods. Bilatili, the womb goddess, is present. Let the womb goddess create offspring. Oh, in the Bible it says, let us make man in our image. Don't let these pastors fool you with the foolishness. They give you the trickery. Oh, that's the Holy Ghost and the this and the... No, man. It came from this Atra-Hasis and the Enuma Elish. That's where it came from. This is the people who said, let us make man in our image. It's right here in the tab. It's actually coming up next. And let man bear the load of the gods. They called up the goddess, asked the midwife of the gods, wise mommy, you are the womb goddess. In Egypt, she's Hathor. It's Hathor. The goddess Hathor is the womb goddess. The creator of mankind. Create primeval man, that he may bear the yoke. Let him bear the yoke, the work of Enlil. Let man bear the load of the gods. Let man bear the load of the gods. Nintu made her voice heard and spoke to the great gods. It's not proper for me to make him. She's like, wait a minute, man. Hold on. This ain't right, man. This really, you know what? Y'all ain't right. She's like, hold on. I got to make my voice heard. I don't agree with this. I do not agree with this. And guess what? The work of Enki's, he makes everything pure. If he gives me clay, I will do it. Enki made his voice heard and spoke to the great gods. On the 1st, 7th, and 15th of the month, I shall make a purification by washing. Then one god shall be slaughtered, and the gods can be purified by immersion. Nintu shall mix clay with his flesh and his blood. They're not talking about taking one actual Anunnaki god and killing him. Some people have translated it that way. What they're talking about is taking genetic material from this guy, from this being, whichever one it was. They're talking about taking genetic material, which is going to be mixed together in something they call clay, but I'm pretty sure it's not the clay we know about. It's something else that allows life to persist. Most likely, some type of a base or a zygote of some type or whatever it is, but it's definitely not dirt clay from the ground. Let us hear the drum beat forever after. Let a ghost come into existence from the god's flesh. Let a ghost come into existence. We're talking about an evolution here through one generation, through this one birth. We're talking about a ghost. Who's the ghost? We're talking about the consciousness inhabiting this new being. We're talking about mankind coming in through this new genetic modification as a new Homo sapiens sapien on this planet, which is born and bred specifically to become a slave. Every single human being, not just blacks, not just whites, not just Asians, not just indigenous people, not just all humans to become slaves. And guess what? The majority of humans are still slaves to this very day and don't even recognize it. In some cases, physical slaves through employment. In some cases, if you're not doing what you love to do. And in some cases, mental enslavement is still happening nonstop around this entire planet. And that is without a doubt. I run into mental slaves every single day. I had people arguing with me that the J wasn't new and that J did exist in the time that Jesus was alive. And you trying to rewrite history, man? It was no J. It didn't exist till 1524. The guy's name ain't Jesus, man. Just come to terms with it. The guy's name wasn't Jesus. His name was Yeshua. Just live with it, and say, hey, man, I was duped this whole time. I've been calling on the name. I've been calling on Zeus this whole damn time. I didn't even know it. That's why my prayers ain't been getting answered. Anyway, mental slaves, just ridiculous. Check this out. He says, on the 1st, 7th, and 15th of the month, I shall make a purification by washing. Then one god shall be slaughtered, and the gods can be purified by immersion. Then two shall mix clay with his flesh and blood. Then a god and a man. Then a god, here we go, here it goes. A god and a man will be mixed together. They're talking about genetically mixing human DNA and these gods, which are Anunnaki DNA. We know they're Anunnaki because that's what they call themselves in this text, which predates everything that exists. So there you go. In the Bible, they're called the Anak, A-N-A-K. And it says in that verse where they mention the Anak, it says we were like grasshoppers in their eyesight because these people were massive people. He says, then a god and a man will be mixed together in clay. Let us hear the drumbeat forever after.
By Compendium of the Emerald Tablets by Billy Carson.